All right, you got. Hi, I'm your host Oraldo for It's Tejano Time,
And I'm Nemo with Tejano USA.
and you're listening and watching Tejano Time. Nemo, you you know you know what? I don't know what to tell you. You cause me
Man,
stress
you
sometimes.
can't tell me anything, man, because I'm sick.
Okay, you're sick. Okay,
And you're
well,
like I'm
thank you.
even here.
Do what?
You're like I'm even here.
Okay, well, I appreciate it.
I
All
could
right.
be in bed with my Robitussin or my NyQuil or my
Oh,
Vicks all over.
yeah. Last week I was sick. Right after I got
Yeah?
sick, my daughter got me sick. We thought it was food poisoning. So I missed Wednesday. She stayed home, so I missed the Wednesday. No, wait. Thursday. Wednesday she stayed home. My wife stayed. Thursday I stayed. I think because I caught it on Wednesday like that, and I
Yeah,
said,
it's
"Oh
going around,
man,
man. It's
yeah,
horrible.
it didn't feel good." Well, hopefully you didn't get the same thing, but I'm glad you're here. I do appreciate it, but you could still
I don't
get
know what's
here
going
early.
on with the
Okay.
other one.
All right, we're just glad you're here. Okay, we have a guest, and
Yeah,
you know who our guest is?
I do. I
All
mean, I
right.
don't know,
All
no,
right.
but I know
But
who he
did we
is.
announce it last week?
You did.
Okay. It's Rafael Tamayo, the actor and who played Selena's younger brother, right? No, older brother. Is
N-
AB is older. Okay, yeah. Uh,
But he
in
was
the
young at the
movie
time when he
Selena.
played it.
Okay. But before we
He was
bring
a
him on,
younger version. He was a younger version of the older brother.
okay, right. But Selena's brother is older than Selena.
Yeah, but he was the younger version
Yes, he
of
played the
older.
younger version of
Yes,
Selena in the movie.
yeah.
Selena's brother in the movie,
He didn't
not
play
the
the older
grown-up version.
version.
Yes, yeah, you got it right.
Yeah.
Okay,
Now he can play the older version.
okay, now yeah, he can. Okay, but before we do that, let's take care of some business that we always have to do. Okay,
Here we
and
go.
here we go. All right, well, it's a gentleman's agreement, a lady's understanding. Tejano's helping Tejanos. Please subscribe to us. We need subscribers. Tell your friends, tell your family to watch us. Hit that bell. Subscribe to Tejano Talk for on It's Tejano Time. Right there. All right, Nemo, are you telling your friends?
Yes, two of them. I told both of them,
Both of them.
and
Okay. All
and they
right.
have subscribed.
All right. Hey, also, since you own Tejano USA, can you make the announcement for Tejano Talk
Yeah.
bigger?
Whenever you do TikTok, I'll do a bigger
I'm
announcement.
already on TikTok. I
Well,
suck at it, but I'm
I
on
haven't seen
TikTok.
no TikToks.
I've got like 3 videos on there. Of
Well,
course, they happened last year, but hey,
okay.
this.
Thank you.
Oh, you
Whenever you're
want updated ones?
consistently posting
Okay.
on TikTok.
All right. And if you want to get a hold of basically me, because Nima doesn't look at his email, contact me, buddy, at itstejanotime@gmail.com. It's not the buddy at itstejanotime.com anymore. I decided I'm not going to use that. It's still active, but I want to use itstejanotime@gmail.com. All right. But just for kicks, would they
Uh,
contact you? Go
just
ahead.
for kicks, it's tejanotime@gmail.com.
No. It's Nemo6753 at
I
yahoo.com.
can't talk that much or laugh that much. I'll start coughing.
Okay. Well,
So
then my
the less
goal,
the better.
my goal is to make you laugh. Okay.
Oh, thank you.
All right.
Oh, that'd
Yeah.
be kind of hard from you.
Okay. Oh, it will be kind of hard. Whoa. Okay. Our guest is Rafael Tamayo. All right.
Just like that.
Everybody.
I mean, that's such a sad.
Okay. Actor, rapper,
Thank
community
you.
leader,
There you go. There you
Rafael
go.
Tamayo.
Much better
Okay.
intro, man.
All
Sorry.
right.
Sorry, Rafael, man.
There
That's
you
the way
go.
you.
No, thanks. That's a great intro. I'll take
Thank
it.
you.
I'll take it anytime.
I
Yeah.
worked very hard on that. All right.
Hey, you look like that little kid, just older.
Well,
I'll take that. I'll take that as a compliment. Yeah. I'll
Yeah.
take
all
it.
right.
Yeah.
Okay. So,
You look like that little
all
kid
right.
back in the day.
In the thumbnail, I said we were going to find, we're going to talk about what he's doing back then and what he's doing now. So, let's talk about what happened back then. All right. You were in the movie Selena. How'd you get involved in that? First of all, you're a native of Dallas, right?
Yes, born and
Born and
raised
raised here.
Dallas. Mhm.
But
What
you went
part?
what part?
So I grew up off of Maple, like outskirts of Little Mexico, Maple, near.
Oh, near downtown.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
it's all uptown now. There's condos
Oh yeah.
everywhere, but
Like the
Maple,
Parkland area,
Maple.
right? Parkland Hospital area.
yeah,
I think that's
like
Maple.
yeah, like
Uptown.
before you get to Love Field and all that stuff.
Okay. Yeah, it
Oh,
is all
that
uptown.
wasn't really hood, was it?
Maybe
Not,
back.
I mean, there's a stretch of Maple that wasn't the most reputable and still isn't, but it wasn't too bad. It wasn't,
Yeah, it's not like we was in the cliff or over
yeah,
by
no.
67 and Polk and stuff. It wasn't like that.
Well, some parts of Oak
I mean,
Cliff are
I'm
nice.
not talking bad about Oak Cliff, but I'm just,
Yeah,
we would walk to church and, we'd walk to the store late at night and it wasn't too dangerous, so it wasn't too
yeah,
bad.
yeah. I think it was a pretty cool place, Maple, back in the day.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, Rivershot Park, the lowriders, they would always cruise over there, so yeah.
I've never been to Rivershot Park, but I know they had a bunch of festivals out there. Okay.
Yeah.
So tell us how you got involved in. How'd you get on the movie? I mean,
Yeah, I mean, I was shocked. I was surprised that that I had landed that role. When I was in elementary school, I had a teacher who had started a drama club, and she was like, "Hey, we did a few theater exercises in class, and she was an actress, and so I had a lot of fun in the theater like workshops and activities that we would do." And so she invited me to be in the drama club, and I told my mom, I was like, "Hey, mom, there's this drama club after school." And so she was confused. My brothers were confused because they're like, "So you're gonna stay after school, and it's not for sports, and
Was the
it's to
teacher
like."
hot though? Was she hot?
I mean, I definitely, in retrospect, like I don't really see her that way, but she
Yeah.
was viewed as like a very attractive Latina. That's why she was an actress, and I definitely could have seen her getting gigs out in Hollywood and stuff. And she did do a few
What was her
things.
name?
Sonia Reina.
Sonia Reina. Okay. All
Yeah,
right.
so
what?
she even had, it's a Hollywood sounding name.
Yeah, I was gonna say it sounds
Yeah.
like a good
Um,
actor's name or actress
yeah,
name
but
or something like that. Plus, there's a
right.
lot of cute girls that are in drama, so can't go bad either way.
I mean, so it started off as fun. I just wanted to do it. It was cool. It was cool to me. I got made fun of, obviously, for a lot of reasons. Anybody that wants to do theater, I feel like you got to have thick skin because people will make fun of you. Oh, my light turned off. Sorry about that.
Oh, that's okay.
Um,
You look no different.
thanks. But yeah, so I joined the drama club, and I was having a lot of fun, and I was spending a lot of time at school with this theater class, and my teacher ended up saying, "Hey, there's a couple of auditions. They're open call. Anybody can go." And I had ended up booking like I think it was a commercial, and then like a PSA video. But
Okay.
my mom was like, "Wait, he's gonna pretend." And he's gonna miss a day of school and they're gonna pay him. And so it was just really confusing because Maple, we weren't really living lavishly.
All right.
Um,
Were your
and
parents born and raised in Dallas or
no, so they came from Guanajuato, Mexico.
okay,
So
Legit or coyote?
legit?
you know,
You
they
know,
Okay. Nothing wrong with that. My parents the
I'm
same
not.
way, man.
I swore to secrecy not to speak on
Yeah.
the
Yeah. Man,
no.
they made it here. You're here. Look at you.
gotcha.
Not
Yeah,
good.
no, they were undocumented for a long time, and they became citizens right before the Obama presidency. So it took them some time. They became residents during the amnesty, and they became citizens
So you're an
finally
anchor
after I
baby.
had convinced them. I'm an anchor baby, man.
Anchor
A lot.
baby.
Sweet. Good for
I,
you, man. Badass.
Yeah.
I
It,
appreciate people like you. I mean,
it didn't hurt that you were in the Selena movie.
I hate
yeah,
all these
it
people
kind
trying to
of
get rid of that portion of our constitution. Like, hey, you're
yeah.
born here. That's it. You made it.
Yeah, no, it worked out. But yeah, so I mean, I had gotten those jobs from those auditions that my teacher had taken me to, and my mom was really surprised, and she was like, teacher, you seem to take a liking to my son, and you're really supportive. And she was like, "Can you please be his godmother?" And so,
Ah, I was gonna say, can you adopt them? But no, Godmother's
pretty
legit.
much, yeah. So she agreed to be my godmother, and then I was having a lot of fun with the theater thing. She ended up connecting me with the agency that represented her, and then I started going on auditions and getting work. And then the
Wait,
Selena
wait,
thing
wait.
was
So was she even Catholic?
uh,
What's that got to do with it?
Well, she was a
I mean, you have
godmother.
to be, yeah.
Catholic,
So
yes,
she
yes.
was.
Eh.
I always have trouble with that because I'm like, people are Catholic, but it's like, how Catholic are
Are
Yeah.
you?
you?
Did she have a
Um,
husband or boyfriend that was your godfather?
so no.
No,
So it was, so she's just my godmother by
by
herself.
herself. Oh,
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
well, hold on a second. Nemo, your audio's kind of muffled. I don't know. Plug in your speaker a little bit more, or plug it out, take it out.
that's what she said.
Okay.
Test,
I'm
test,
supposed to
test,
make you
test,
laugh.
test, 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 test,
All right.
test, test. Can you hear me?
I guess it's okay. I mean, it
Can you hear
sounds a little
me?
muffled. Yeah, but
Mm-hmm.
did you get a new mic or something?
Nope. It's in the computer, and plus I'm congested. So
Okay. Well, I
Mm.
don't think it's because of your congestion. But you know, when you move the mic closer to you, it sounded better.
okay. Well,
I
there you go.
think. I don't know. Do you agree, Rafael? Since you're
It
the
Rafael,
sounds.
actor and you
there you
know
go.
all these things that we don't.
I'm not here to judge the quality of the audio. I will say it sounds a little muffled, but I don't know what that could be. So,
Okay. Well, back in the day,
You'll
back last
understand me,
summer,
right?
it was all my issues. Now he has an issue because I
uh,
bought some nice stuff to help me out.
I have a problem
oh,
holding the
nice.
mic like this, though. You know what I mean?
It's up to you. I I'm okay.
Okay.
I,
Well.
I don't
All
have to
right.
hold it. I got
So
this
anyway,
little mic thing. All right.
so anyway,
All right.
so
So
so you have a godmother but no godfather, and you don't even know if she's Catholic.
Right. No, no, no. She's Catholic.
Yeah, but
Air
she
she's
can,
quotes,
she's
Catholic.
some
like,
of us are buffet Catholics. We
yeah.
pick and choose.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
that's cool. As
So,
long, as
I'm a
long as she's
buffet
still
Catholic.
Catholic, it's cool. So did she
but
raise?
I will say she was super. I mean, we didn't have like my parents went driving. I walked to school, so she would pick me up. She would take me to auditions. I had never. We didn't really have a whole lot of luxuries when I was growing up. So I
That's
remember the
typical.
first
That is
movie.
typical.
Yeah, the first movie I ever saw was because my teacher, my godmother, took me, and it was Aladdin. And
Oh wow.
people were like, "Aladdin was the first movie you ever saw?" And I was like, "Well, yeah. We us going to a movie wasn't a thing, and that was like a luxury that we couldn't afford."
Y'all
So
didn't get the bootleg
um,
DVDs?
no, DVDs didn't exist.
Oh,
I
oh,
remember
what?
we had one
This is back in the
VHS, and it was
'90s, dude.
it was it was a La Bamba VHS, and that was like our prized possession.
Sweet, that's a good one.
You
Yeah,
see all these right
yeah,
back here
yeah.
behind
I
you?
see him. I saw him.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
you always got to
That's
brag
from
about
back
I
from the
saw him.
'90s from the show. You
Yeah.
know. Now, did she want 10%?
Yeah,
Or
yeah. Was she your
like
manager
most?
after all? After all that?
Oddly enough, she didn't. She just wanted to see me, excel and go as far as I could go. She
Maybe.
connected me to the agent that represented her, and then after that, it was like, if you need a ride to an audition or if you need help, I'll help you.
Yeah.
And then
You
that
know,
was it.
I teach for Dallas College, so
Right.
there's a drama department, and
Mhm.
the head of the drama department had a daughter that was the same age as my daughter. So we used to
Mhm.
talk all the time. She doesn't teach there anymore, but she told me an interesting fact that Dallas is one of those cities that an actor or actress can actually make a decent living here.
Oh yeah.
Like,
Yeah, there's
like,
tons of
like
actors make a killing here, especially now when everything, I mean, you can do everything in house, but actors make a really good living, especially
yeah.
in Dallas. Yeah.
But that's not the norm in a lot of other places, though, right?
Right. No, no.
Because there's a lot of community theaters, a lot of production houses here, and a lot of other things like you're saying like that. So
Hmm.
that kind of shocked me.
Yeah. I mean, it was like even looking back now, I lived in San Antonio for a while, but it's still like I feel like a lot of people, even throughout Texas, would still gravitate to Dallas when it came to like finding a bridge between where they're coming from and LA or New York or Chicago. Dallas has always been one of those consistently like active cities in acting, theater, directing, filmmaking, that kind of stuff, TV.
Okay. So did
Hmm.
so. Uh, Now I looked at your bio. Or I forgot what's that IMBD
Oh,
thing or something like that.
IMDb.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and you did 2 episodes of Texas Walker Ranger.
yeah, yeah.
Like that.
All
How
right,
how was
nice.
that with dealing with Chuck Norris?
It was
Did you ever
cool. I
meet him?
mean, yeah, no, yeah, he was. I mean, we in one of the episodes, I played a junior Texas Ranger, so it was almost like mirroring Chuck Norris kind
Oh
of.
wait, you had a
You
badge and
had that.
everything,
I had a little badge and everything. Yeah,
cowboy hat.
cowboy hat. Uh-huh.
How old are you?
How old was I?
In the part, play the part.
He. Oh wait, this was in 96, 98, right?
Yeah, so one of them was right after the Selena film, and then another one was a few years after. So I was 12, and then I believe I was either 15 or 16 on the
Oh
second
Oh,
one.
wow!
okay.
So you were
Yeah.
that late into
Yeah, so
your.
I played two separate roles, two separate characters on the show. Yeah.
So how did they dress you up differently, or they expect no one's gonna remember his first
Very
appearance?
differently. The first appearance, I was a junior Texas Ranger. The second one, I was a gangbanger who gets shot and
Oh,
killed. So,
they killed you off. Okay,
so yeah,
yeah.
they killed me off. I wasn't coming back from that one.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well, they could put you back in the junior ranger again.
something. Yeah,
Yeah.
bring it back.
That's
Okay.
cool though. I mean, regardless, still pretty badass that you were able
Yeah.
to get on there because that was a popular
Yeah, it
show
was
back
fun.
in the day.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, it was. I had a lot of fun. It was cool.
Uh,
Yeah.
you know what? Okay. I always wanted to go to Europe throughout my whole life. Okay.
Hmm.
I thought after high school I'd go backpack through Europe. Didn't happen. I went to college, graduated. I said, you know what? I'm going to do it when I graduate. Didn't happen. Okay. After my master's, I was going to go to Europe, backpack. Didn't do it. I said, okay, for my honeymoon, I was going to do it. Didn't do it. But the second anniversary, told my wife, quit your job because she's a nurse. She can get a job anywhere. And we went to Europe for 5 weeks. And we would go around and people would say, "Where are you from?" Like, so Dallas is oh, Chuck Norris, Texas Watcher Ranger. They always said
Wow.
that.
Were
That
they
or the
Chinese?
Jonas Brothers.
Yeah.
Like that.
Were they Chinese?
It's insane how popular. Like I,
Yes.
all my family knew. Like and I'm not talking bad about like the Selena's
Right.
popularity in my
They're more
family
impressed with Texas
but
Jack
they were
Norris.
like, you met Chuck Norris? Like
Yeah.
you worked with Chuck Norris, el karateka, the guy who like
Yeah.
can beat anybody up? I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Beat up Bruce Lee.
So
Wait, did he beat up
yeah.
Bruce Lee?
They would some of my uncles believe that
No,
he
no,
beat
he
up Bruce
didn't.
Lee, but
No,
he did not. He
Okay.
did
Not
not.
in the movie, but in real life he probably could.
in real life, or I think most of those were like actual fights. I think whenever they filmed them.
Okay. Interesting fact. I took karate under one of Chuck Norris's students.
Really?
Yes, back in California, back in the
Oh,
day.
nice.
Yeah,
Nice.
so
It
that was
doesn't
kind of
count.
taught by
It's
Chuck
somebody,
Norris.
whatever.
Karate. Hey, did he
Anyway,
try to teach you some moves? Did you ask
No,
him to
I
teach you?
mean you were. I was too scared, but the one thing, he wasn't as tall as I expected him to be.
I was going to
But
say that. Is it
yeah,
he?
he's not very tall, but he was super nice. Like he would always like say hi, and he'd talk to my mom because when I'd be filming this stuff, I'm not allowed to be there by myself. I had to have a guardian, and my mom was kind enough to always be by my side, and he would always say hi and talk to my mom for a little bit while we were filming, and so super super cool, nice guy. But yeah, I never got to learn any moves from him other than trying to be a junior ranger.
Okay. So, what do you recall any of your lines?
Oh no, I remember on that first one when I was a junior ranger. I just remember, which is funny now because I was on a school bus and the school bus gets like, we get kidnapped while we're on the bus, and they're
Yeah.
burying the school bus underneath like a bunch of like mud and dirt. But I'm like freaking out, and I end up like in the show using an asthma inhaler because I'm losing my breath. And so I always thought that was funny, and I would make fun of my older brother because he had asthma. And so about 10 or 15 years later, I ended up getting asthma. So I was just like, I don't know.
Hey, you
Yeah,
should.
that's what I should have done. But yeah, I just remember that part, and I remember them, being in the bus and like being buried alive, so to speak, and then whipping out the asthma inhaler.
so what
Okay.
kind of money did y'all make? Well, was it pretty good money? Was it better money than Selena or? But
You
Selena,
probably
I
didn't
think,
get
Um,
a
paid
good
for
amount.
Selena, knowing
the
this is Tanzania. He says,
No, I mean
"We're
it
looking
wasn't.
you on the show."
No, I mean
Did you
the
even know
Selena,
who
go
Edward
ahead.
James Olmos was?
What?
Did you even know
Oh,
him?
did I know who Edward James Olmos was?
Did you
Yeah,
even know who Edward James Olmos?
yeah. I mean, it was. I remember thinking like, oh man, I'm gonna meet Edward James Olmos,
Oh yeah.
and And
Okay.
he's a great actor, and he was in character, so he wasn't really super nice to the kids. So I was always like, oh man, this sucks. He's not very nice to me. And then I'm like, oh wait, we're pretending. So
Right.
he probably won't be very nice because he wants us to be successful. So,
All
but
right.
it was cool. It was cool to meet him. Everybody was really a blast to be with and meet.
You
So
met J Lo too.
Met J Lo, and I remember she was really nice, really sweet. She wasn't like a superstar at
uh
that
oh,
What's that in the back of his wall? Like
point.
I switched
piece of art.
scenes. Oh
So
wait.
Raphael, if you want to just refresh, if you can
Yeah,
hear us, just
refresh. I
refresh.
don't know if you could hear us. Just
We tried
on your
to
browser, just refresh it, and it'll probably come out.
do a little.
Yeah, I think
There we go.
he's got.
Yeah,
Okay, okay, refresh. You know what?
there you
Maybe
go. Hopefully refresh.
okay. Well, I. Oh well. Well, I do have some other things about him. Okay, since let's see, he was in Texas Walker Ranger. We said that he did a movie short called. I'm gonna have to wait for him to talk about it, but it's like Los Gusanos y los Moscas. I don't know if that's something you recognize. And then he
What
did
that
like
means?
moscas is like flies, right?
Uh huh.
I don't know what the other stuff is.
Gusanos are like worms, like maybe
The
earthworms,
worms and the flies.
maybe earthworms or something. You know how you know
Yeah,
how the picture back. Well, I'm saying, you know how yeah they oh I don't know the flies.
I
Maybe
don't
they
know.
turn. Oh,
You
the
mean
gusano.
maggots? Maggots
Yeah,
turn
maybe
into
maggots.
flies.
Yeah.
So that's
Huh.
what the
That's
maybe it's
gusano y las moscas. Well, that's gonna be interesting if he gets
yeah.
that
So I
far.
don't know what that. It's a short, so it's not that long. And then in 2003, he did something with Saving Jessica Lynch. He played uh, I don't know what SPC is in military, I guess, but his character is Edgar Hernandez,
Hmm.
like that. And you know what? Maybe I should text him.
Text
Okay.
him.
Yeah, because hopefully he didn't. Let's see. Uh, let's see. Did you refresh your? Oh, there he is.
Oh, there we go.
Okay, I was about to text you. All right. Oh, there he goes again. Okay, you're back. You
Psych.
okay?
Back again. I
Okay,
think
you're
so.
back.
I don't. Yeah, I don't.
Okay,
It blanked out for a second. I don't know what
I
happened.
know. Okay, we were still live. I don't, but you went.
Oh, sorry about that. Yeah, I don't know what happened. I still
Okay. Did you
everything just
did you
went
think
blank, and then we're back.
did you think we were gone or what?
Yeah, I thought something happened with y'all because everything I was like it still showed my face, and then the screen for y'all two went blank.
Okay.
Are you in a studio or
He's at his office.
oh
We'll
so
talk about what he
what's that
does
piece of art back
now
there?
later.
Oh okay. Oh that's part of
Okay.
what he does now?
Oh, we'll talk about him about what he does later because I
Hmm.
still want to talk about some of the movie things he
Oh
did.
okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
we were just talking about this movie short or TV short, Los Gusanos y los
Oh
Moscas.
yeah, I don't know. I don't know why that's listed there. That's
Oh, you
not a
didn't do it?
project. Yeah, that's not a project that I was involved in.
It
Yeah.
says
Maybe another
it was
Rafael
a
Tamayo.
short. Did you direct or something like that?
No, I mean I've directed a couple of projects, a couple of shorts, a couple of short films. I've been in some short films, but none of them, I don't think any of them had any kind of professional credits. And those particular ones that are listed on IMDb, I don't recognize those names.
Okay, so you didn't do something with Saving Jessica Lynch?
I did do that one. That one was an NBC made for TV movie.
Oh wow! So
So I did that
tell
one.
now your character was Edgar Hernandez.
Yes.
I do not know what SPC is because it says SPC
Oh,
Edgar Hernandez. You don't know
why
what
would
that
you
means?
ask me that? I remembered because I was super invested back when I did that about what was that, 20
Yeah.
years ago?
Okay. I
I don't know if it
was
was specialist first class or private first class or just specialist. I think it was specialist Edgar Hernandez.
maybe it's specialist protocol something because I did try to do it, but I said, is that really what that means? I was thinking sergeant patrol Captain. I don't know what that was, but so what did you do in that movie?
Yeah, so I don't know if you're familiar with the Jessica Lynch story or not, but she was
No.
her and her convoy, they were captured and they were taken as prisoners of war.
Which war?
And so
Oh yeah,
of
Jessica
course you
Lynch.
would ask me which war. Yeah.
Well, it was the movie
um,
was in 2003,
yeah, and
so
so it was fairly it wasn't too specialist. Oh, somebody did say. So it was specialist Edgar Hernandez.
okay, specialist.
Um,
Oh, okay,
What is a
SPC.
PC
Right,
though?
yeah. Okay. So
Private citizen.
I think it's just a shortened way of
Oh,
of
that's
specialist.
acronym
Yeah,
for specialist. Okay, all right.
yeah.
yes, that was Mart. Mart's a regular on our show. We'll get to the chat later. Okay, but
Yeah,
tell
but
us what he,
I think it was we were in Iraq during that
was. It Gulf
time.
War or Desert Storm?
No, this wasn't. It was
Okay, so what happened to
2002.
her? Let's because I'm not a
Well,
history guy.
she's taken prisoner of war, but then she's released, and so um, I was one of the members in that squad that got captured, and so
Oh, with her?
with her.
Okay.
And then yeah, I mean we end up getting rescued. Some of the squad leaders don't make it, but I remember I had to go through like a really condensed like
Basic
boot
training.
camp basic training kind of thing. So I had to learn how to shoot some guns. I had to learn how to drive an 18 wheeler with like 18 gears on it.
So
And then
you had a major role in this one then.
yeah, I mean, it was one of the the stories about Jessica Lynch, but it was Jessica Lynch and her squad, so I was one of the squad members with her that got captured. Yeah,
Okay. Did you die?
I did
You got
not. I did
captured?
get shot.
You did? Oh,
Yeah, so
okay.
that was pretty
All right.
fun because they had to rig me up, and I had to take the bullet, so it was fun.
Okay. That's cool. All right. Let's see what else. Something else I found about you.
Hmm.
You're a rapper too.
Okay, we're
Yeah.
getting too
Now.
far ahead. Let's talk about the pay for his
Oh
acting.
yeah.
I mean, what was it?
Okay. Okay.
People
I was
always
saying the
ask
movie
about
was
the
it
pay.
big money or little money or no
Um.
money?
Oh yeah. Did you
So
retire off of Selena?
I didn't
Did you
retire off
retire
of
off all the
Selena.
money you got from Selena?
I was able to, make some moves to improve my lifestyle, so to speak.
Watch
But
your
it was way more. I thought I hit the lottery because it was way more money than me or my family had ever seen. Like I remember, just $1,000 was something unheard of. And so for the film, because it was Warner Brothers, and I
Oh,
was a minor, so I had to have a guardian. They would give us like per diem. So for every day that we were out there, I had to get money for food and stuff. And so did my mom. So they
and your
ended up hiring.
okay. So they pay for your mom to be there too. Okay.
Yeah, so they say they ended up hiring my mom. She was an employee for the time of shooting.
oh, sweet.
So I remember she was
How
really
long did it
freaking out.
take?
So with
How long did it take for the whole
rehearsal.
movie?
I want to say it was
Was
about
it like a year?
between six. No, 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 no. It was like 6 to 8 weeks. We did have to travel
Okay.
for certain things, but the majority of it was like I want to say like a 2 month time period.
Was your mom
Where
working
we
at the
were.
time?
Okay.
She quit her
She
job.
was, yeah. So she was. That was the one thing she was really nervous about, because she wasn't sure if she should leave her job or not, and her employers were like, well, if you do come back, maybe we can help you out. But she was making more money as a guardian for me during
All right.
Selena than she was with her job. So yeah, she ended up leaving her job and being by my side. And then after that, I traveled a little bit. I went to Los Angeles, did a couple of jobs there, with the intent of like seeing where it took me. But Hollywood's crazy, and so I remember I was like, well, what is it that I really want to do? And I ended up coming back to Dallas. I went to school and then kind of went a different route.
A
All right.
different route.
Was there a lot? Was there a lot of competition to be Selena's brother? I mean, did
Um,
you have to go to like 5, 10 casting calls or
So I went to I don't
before you
remember
got the
exactly how
gig?
many, but I remember it was probably like 4 or 5, and I remember the last one was in Austin, And that one was a big deal because my brother, we didn't have a whole lot. And my brother was like, well, maybe I can ask someone at work to let me borrow their car and we can drive down there. And so he did that and he drove me to Austin. We drove back the same day. And he was like, so what did they say? But, they don't tell you right away. And we drove down to Austin for 30 minutes and then we drove back.
Oh wow.
And so I was just nervous. And then finally we get a call and they're like, hey, they want you to spend time with the other two because they had already cast Selena and Suzette. And so they're like, so do I have the job? And they were like, well, we don't want to give you the job yet. We want you to hang out with them and see if there's any chemistry or whatever. And so I was just like, man, this is weird, but they're paying for everything. So, okay. And so then, I spent 2 weeks in San Antonio before they finally, they let my mom know.
And your mom had to come too.
My mom had to come. And so because it took me out of school, I had to have an on-site tutor. And so I remember, when those 2 weeks were up, my mom came down and interrupted my tutoring. And she was like, hey, like, she started crying. She was like, you got it. And so I was just like freaking out, like, holy crap, this is real. So
do you still hang out with Becky?
Tears.
That was her name, right? Becky?
Becky, so I haven't seen her in quite some time. Her parents and my parents still talk. They're still friends. I do occasionally connect with Victoria, the girl who played Suzette, every now and again. And just randomly, I'll run into someone that had something to do with that film, just out and about in everyday life. So it's
Whenever
pretty
you're a
cool.
kid, do you remember going
Were the
like,
other
to
two
any of the Cost Plus and people recognizing you?
Say that again?
Whenever, as a kid, after you did the movie, do you remember ever going like to any of the Cost Plus stores or the fiestas and people recognizing you?
Not really.
That sucks. That sucks.
I mean, no. I thought it was cool,
I
but I
get
mean,
people bumping into me all the time.
I was like, hey, that's you.
Yeah, that's
When you
me.
had to go back to, when you had to go back to school, did the other kids watch the movie, or did you have a special screening for your school or anything?
Hey, real quick,
I,
your lips are not lining up with the sound.
Are you talking about to me?
Yeah,
About me? Mine?
yeah, right, Rafael?
Okay, I'm going to.
yes, I saw that.
Okay, I'm off. Okay, keep talking. I'm going to refresh.
Okay.
Ah, so what do you think about Buddy?
He's a cool guy. I like Buddy.
No,
You
man.
don't like him?
He's too slow. Did he beg you? What did he say? Oh man, you're him. Let me get you on. Right away, he puts those. He puts
You're
that
messing
out
with me.
there.
I know that.
He puts that out there right away. He'll say,
Okay,
"You know
is
who
it
I
okay
am?
now?
You know who I am?
It's
Yeah."
good. It sounds
He'll,
That's
good.
it?
he'll pull
Yeah.
Okay,
that
good.
card.
Yeah.
He'll pull
All
that
right.
card real quick.
Which card you took?
Yeah.
Okay, you talked about me, right? No, okay.
So
All
anyway,
right.
okay. Back
So
to
I was saying, did you guys do a special screening at your school when the movie came out?
So no, not at my school. I remember coming back and thinking, because when I came back, I couldn't come back to school. It wasn't like oh, you leave and then you come back whenever. Because when I was enrolling in school before I went down, before I got the job, I was telling them, I was like, hey, I might not be here for 2 months. And every single school was like, well, you can't sign up. Like you can't sign up for school and say that you're not going to be here for 2 months. And
Oh,
so, and we went everywhere. We went to like even private schools and they were like, no. So
private
everybody
school
told
then?
us, private schools told us no. And so, we ended up, I ended up having to be homeschooled because no school would allow that. And so when I came back, I ended up, working with, a tutor, one of the tutors from the school that I had left.
Yeah.
And yeah, and it wasn't until the following school year that I ended up going back to school, but we didn't have a screening. I know the only thing that they did was because I couldn't make the premiere out in California, we ended up doing a premiere in Dallas.
Well, yeah,
um
and Nemo interviewed you.
yeah,
you
yeah,
remember that?
so
You remember that?
and it wasn't until Buddy showed me the video and I was like, I didn't remember it, and then he showed me and I was like, wow.
Yeah. Okay, Nemo. I said because I was at his job right there, and we'll talk about that later. And then my friend says, "Yeah, this is Ralph Tamayo." I said, "Why is that so familiar?" He said, "Yeah, he was on the Selena show." I go, "Wait, he's in the Selena movie? Who did he play?" And he goes, I mean Selena's younger brother." I go, "Wait a second." I took out my phone, looked up Tejano time, It's Tejano Time, and I looked up Selena special, and I fast forward, and I go, "Is that him?" And she goes, Yeah, that's it. That's it. So I left the meeting I was in and went straight to his house and go
Yeah,
knock, knock, knock.
he
Excuse
gets
me,
a
can I ask
a
you a
boner
question?
anytime a celebrity comes along. He's like, ah, ah.
No, this
He
is
doesn't know how to act.
it's called Tejano Talking. This is an important movie
But
in
act like you've
Tejano
been there
history.
before, man. Like you just you just like go like
Okay, hey, we're
crazy.
BFFs now. Okay,
Yeah, I believe
yeah,
for
but
you, dude. He's gonna
I
stalk
showed it to
you.
him,
He's
and
gonna
then
be that cable guy
I
friend.
don't know what you're saying. I show it to him, and then he goes, "Wait, is this on YouTube?" He said, "Yeah, you were on my show like that. You got to tell me. I got to send it to my mom. My mom will
Yeah.
just freak out like that." And so,
So you
yeah.
don't remember the interview?
I didn't until he showed me the video. Then I was like, oh, snap. I just remember because it was like, if I remember correctly, there was a lot going on.
Oh yeah,
And I just
Yeah.
remember like all kinds of stuff. And it was like, oh, snap. Okay, what's up? Okay, cool. Yeah.
yeah. I think
But
we
yeah.
were like one of the few people that were interviewing the artist from the movie. Remember that, Nemo?
I do. I don't. But
You do?
okay.
Okay. Well, because I have extra footage, and I was looking right there. I mean, there weren't a lot of people. I mean, there are people mobbing it to go see the movie and stuff like that, but I didn't see a lot of like nobody from Hollywood showed up for what
Well,
I
they were
read.
all in LA, I'm sure.
Oh
Yeah.
So
yeah.
why didn't you get to go to that?
I don't remember. I remember it was a scheduling problem, and I don't remember why I couldn't make it. But I remember somebody from the production company saying, "Well, we can always do a premiere in Dallas." And I was like, "Okay, cool, yeah, let's do that."
Okay.
Mm.
And so
Well,
that's what they.
what about the other two child actresses? Are they from Texas?
Um, Victoria, I don't think Victoria, the girl who played Suzette, was from Texas, and I'm probably really bad. Becky is.
From San Antonio, right?
Her family's from Harlingen, from
Oh,
McAllen.
from
Okay.
Cali. Okay.
Yeah,
Is that
Okay.
RGV area?
Yeah.
yeah.
Is it
hmm
considered okay? Yeah. So did they do one in her city in Harlingen?
No, and that was the other thing. I was like, I think, and this goes back to like kind of the when we started talking about how Dallas was,
Is it
it was
Premier?
easier to, yeah, so it was easier to kind of pull resources together because there was a couple of other people that joined for the premiere. I think the guy who played young Abraham
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. We
was
interviewed
he's
him.
there.
Puerto
Yeah.
Rican. I remember that.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And then there was a few. I mean, there was a few actors from Dallas that were in the movie that had smaller roles, but just again another testament of the acting and film industry in Dallas.
All right. Well, the actress that played Suzette, she wasn't there at the premiere, was she?
She wasn't. No.
Okay, because I think we interviewed everybody that was in the movie. Well, it had a major role. I don't know about the other minor roles that you're talking about that showed up. We got interviews with everybody, which includes you.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
so
Me too.
glad that I have that to share with you and your mom.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, and I showed my mom, and it was just it's funny because it was a cool time. It was honestly it was when me and my family's life changed
Yeah,
because it kind of put a whole bunch of other things in motion. And so it's always nice to kind of look back and see how we were back then.
yeah.
So
That's cool.
Well, cool. Well,
All that to become a rapper.
rapper, yes.
You think?
So let's
You
okay.
think? We
yeah,
We talked about
uh,
back then, and we probably ask you more questions about that. But let's find out more about what you do now. Now, where I met him was at the Oak Cliff Cultural Center, right?
yes,
It's a OC3. I think that's the abbreviation.
yes,
And we were having a workshop there, and that's where I met him. And your other staff that was there, that was awesome. He happens to be the
yeah.
manager of the cultural center, like that. And by the way, it's a nice facility. I
what
Thank
does
you.
that
like it.
entail?
What?
What does that entail? You
The
being a
facility?
manager, what do you get free snacks or what does that entail? Being a manager of a
No,
cultural
I
center.
mean I'm also a City of Dallas employee, so there are no free snacks from the city. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah.
But it's overseeing operations, and then managing our programming. We have two spaces, but we do a lot of collaborative programming. So presenting arts and cultural experiences, because we're an office, we're a division of the Office of Arts and Culture. We have a mission to present those experiences. So art shows, gallery shows,
Yeah.
presentations that include festivals and all kinds of stuff.
Yes, because there's a museum portion, and then there's like I guess a gathering area that could be rented out and stuff like that. Because
So you're
I'm
part of the
planning.
Cinco de Mayo parade over there on
So
Jefferson?
we host. So we work with the Oak Cliff Coalition for the Arts and Silvana's team. We do the kickoff for the Cinco de Mayo parade every year.
Okay.
See.
Now, for those people, because we're a worldwide show here,
Yeah.
so there are some people that don't know about Dallas and what's so special about Oak Cliff. So the OC3 is real nice. Real nice. It's near. It is real nice, but it's near a historic place,
Hmm.
right? Something
Yeah, we're
about
right next door to the Texas Theater. Hmm.
yes. And could you elaborate to everybody
So you're
out there?
on Jefferson, then by
Hmm.
Gonzalez
Yes, so we're 1 block away from Gonzales.
Yes, but
and
tell
Top
them
10
what.
Records and all that.
From what?
Top 10 Records right there, right?
Oh yeah, Top 10 Records, and we do a lot of stuff with them too. Hmm.
Okay.
Sweet.
Well, okay, Nemo. Shh. Tell everybody else what the theater is about. Oh wait, Nemo,
Okay.
do you know what it's so special about
This
that theater?
we're in Dallas, Texas, dude. Come on.
Okay, so that's something
Okay,
he doesn't
he's gonna
know.
school us. Okay.
He
Tell
doesn't know.
tell
He
us
doesn't
about
know.
tell us
He
about
does not know.
tell us about 1963. Go ahead.
Oh,
Yes,
okay. So he knows the date.
he
Okay,
does
I guess.
though. Yeah,
Okay, go
Nemo
ahead,
Nemo
Raphael.
got you.
Okay.
No, yeah. I mean, Texas Theater. It's a historic landmark, but it's where Lee Harvey Oswald was apprehended after the assassination of JFK. So.
Yes.
You think it's a conspiracy?
I feel like the older I get, the more I realize I don't
What?
trust.
One bullet? One
Yeah,
bullet?
Turn towards the
it's
government.
like I just don't trust what the government tells me half the time, and so I'm just like, well, if there is a conspiracy, what was the real reason behind it? And it's just, I mean, there's so like the smoke screen behind it just clouds so much of the truth. I'm just like, well, I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, they got away with it. Okay, good for them.
Okay.
Just, just like 9/11, they got away with it. Good for them.
Okay.
So whatever.
Okay. Let's talk about the rapping career.
Yeah.
How'd you become a rapper?
Um, so after Selena and after acting, I got really into theater. Because after that whole experience, I was like, well, if I really want to do this, I need to like be trained in acting. And so I remember my teacher, my godmother, saying, well, if you want to have like a really comprehensive understanding of the art of acting and drama, you have to start at theater. And so theater really did open my eyes to just how much work I needed to do. And but it also showed me that there are so many other things that have to come together to make things like a movie happen or a play. And
Right.
so I got exposed to like sound editing, to sound recording, to sound design, to costume design, to set building, to art, to dancing, to music. And so that's when I was like, wow, I'm definitely like I want to be in theater, I want to be acting, but the arts are just incredible. And so, I learned how to play the trumpet. I had started to learn the piano. I had started to learn like folklorico dancing. And then I started writing poetry. And I got really fascinated with slam poetry.
Okay.
And there's a
Is that
slam
like the
poet,
spoken word? Is that
spoken
what?
word. So
Okay.
it's like it's performance poetry essentially. And so it's a little bit looser structure than like the rhythm of rap, where rap is very like almost nursery rhyme like
Right.
style. And so I was just fascinated by it. And there was a couple of poets that I really enjoyed. And so I started writing a lot of slam poetry. But, I went to W. Griner Middle School in Oak Cliff, and then I went to Booker T. Washington for performing and visual arts. And so
I
it was
love that school. If I
same. Yeah,
if
it was a
I
great
was
experience.
gonna teach, because I used to be a middle school teacher and a high school teacher, I would never
Uh,
go back.
yeah.
But if I did, that would be the only school
Yeah,
I would
it was
teach.
a really fun school. I mean, it was great because I met kids from everywhere, and that's when I really started like experimenting with like rap, because there were some kids that would always like just freestyle and rap impromptu, and so I was like, man, that's really fascinating. And so I would listen, and I'd be like, but they're not very good, and so I got really into battle rap, and so I realized that. with freestyling and battle rapping, I could make like, songs and things like that. So while I am a rapper, I preface that by saying like I'm a poet who became a rapper, but I'm still a poet,
Okay.
at heart. So
And
Can
Nemo.
can you do like a rap about the show?
I knew he was gonna
Freestyle?
say. I knew Nemo was gonna ask you to rap. I just knew it.
Yeah.
it's been a while, man. I gotta get the
Okay.
stretch
Okay,
in.
think about it. But his rapper name is Exile, right?
hmm
Okay.
Do you sell any records? Did you make any
Oh
money off of
yeah.
that?
I made more money battle rapping, because it
Really?
was, it was always funny to see people be really confident in saying that, because when you talk about rap, it's a predominantly black art form. And so if a little light skinned Mexican dude is trying to rap, like they'll come after you. And so I loved it because I was like, they're underestimating me. They think I can't rap. People will put money up. I'll be in competitions. And, I won a few big, pretty big rap competitions. I was the reigning champion on a radio station in Dallas, 97.9 The Beat, for I think like 3 months straight.
Oh
Wow.
wow.
Yeah, I did a couple of battles in Atlanta and Cincinnati. So in terms of money, I got the most from battle rapping. I did get a few like small checks from being in ASCAP, so the
Oh, okay.
writers union,
Wow,
and
you got money from ASCAP. That's
Oh,
cool.
that
yeah.
reminds me.
Nobody ever gets money from ASCAP.
Yeah. Did you
Yeah,
get
it
any?
was it was tiny.
Did you get any residual money for Selena, or is that not part of your contract?
No, yeah, it was part. So for the film and anything associated, like streaming, physical copies, anything with the actual film and the soundtrack.
Yeah.
So so
You
I
said
and I still get
so.
residuals
All
to this day.
right,
Okay.
cool. So
Are they like 20 cents or $20 or?
really,
I mean, they're
really,
they're a
come
I
little
on.
mean the one.
more, but
Yeah, really, come on.
Oh, okay. I'm talking about now. Back then, when everybody was still. Oh,
yeah.
did your check get bigger when the Selena series on Netflix came around? And they said,
Um,
and you
it
notice,
gets
hey, what?
bigger.
Go
So
ahead.
it'll get bigger whenever the next one comes by. It'll probably be bigger than the rest because every time that
Wait,
time of
the next
March.
one? Is there
Yeah.
another one
So
coming?
the no, 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 the residual checks,
Oh,
because I
okay.
get them. They show up like every 3 months.
Okay.
And so every time they show the movie a lot, it's like, oh, well, a lot of people are going to watch it, so it's going to generate a lot of revenue for whoever's presenting it.
Okay.
So they end up being a little bit bigger than the other ones.
Hmm, that's cool.
Okay.
So back to rap. What do you think of like OT Mexican? Do you like any of the new rappers today or?
I do. I mean, I've always been like I'm a so my heart is in like old school hip hop music, but I've always been a fan of like pushing the envelope and what's new and what's next and what's innovative. So I like OT.
Oh, okay,
And I like
that's
the
cool.
what the newer generation is doing.
Now,
Yeah, I like
do you have a certain theme in that goes into your rap? Yeah, or like you're not hardcore gangster. Do you talk? You talk?
No.
Do you talk about?
Do you think your mom would get mad if you did that?
Uh, if
Probably.
if I talked about like selling
Yeah,
drugs and stuff,
yeah, or selling
Yeah.
drugs or the F word or the N word or
Okay.
whatever.
yeah, I mean definitely I it's funny because all of my recorded rap have no curse words in it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Even
And
the slammers that you do on
I don't
stage,
say
the battle
uh,
raps, do they have any?
the battle raps I do cuss.
Hmm.
Never say the N word though.
Okay.
Yeah, that's kind of
And then
Good.
yeah. No, yeah, and it's just weird because like the conversation now, people always talk about, well, Mexicans or Latinx people are not allowed to say it, and so I'm from a place where a lot of the people that looked like me said it, and it wasn't a thing. Like it wasn't so much a race thing. And again, I grew up off Maple,
Right.
so right off Maple and Lucas, by Maria Luna Park, a lot of my family lived on one side, and then the housing projects on the other side. It was a lot of black families,
Yeah.
and so we had a lot of black friends growing up, and so I'm not saying that it gave us permission to
Yeah.
say
You
that
didn't get a
word, right?
pass. You don't get a pass.
Yeah, but it was like there was a understanding about the situation and circumstances that we were in, and it was like if somebody, that was Latinx was saying that word, it wasn't going to be like a war breaking out. You know what I mean?
Right.
We were used to, like the black community calling us essays or homeboys, so
Yeah.
it wasn't like
I'm concerned with this Latinx stuff. So what's going on there? I mean, you like using Latinx? You think that's the way to go?
um not that I like using it. I just think it's more open than saying Latino or Latina. I'm not
But
against any of
yeah,
the above.
yeah. No, I just think it's kind of hard for them to call us Latinx when in reality the language is based off masculinity or femininity, right? It's
Right.
either Latino or Latina, and there's no in between.
Yeah.
So I mean, I don't know how you could go to do all the words and just instead of put an O or A, put an X. It's not gonna happen. I mean, maybe it will happen. It won't happen in my
I
in
mean,
my
we could get
my
into a
time.
really like deep philosophical
Debate.
question. Yeah, because words are
Nah.
words, right? Words are symbols and they mean whatever we want them to mean. All words are made up anyway, so it's
Yeah.
like,
And besides, I don't think it's not as popular as it was like as a debate. People are saying Latinx a lot.
They
2 3
tried,
years
and then
ago.
it just kind of
Yeah,
kind of slowed down.
it's kind of
yeah.
like dwindling down and stuff like that. Okay, now you you are one of the founders of. Wait a second. Oh, wait a second. You're a co-founder of Kixpo.
Yes, yeah, sneaker streetwear
Yeah.
expo, Kickspo. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So that you had it. I think I saw in the Kixpo Facebook group. You were going to have one in December, but you had to cancel it this past year.
And we were supposed to have one this month in January,
Oh, okay.
in
This month.
Houston, because we take the show to different cities. We did one in El Paso a few months ago, but the one in Houston ended up having to get canceled.
What
Okay.
is
Yeah,
Kickball? Is it
yeah. I
is
was
it
going to say, explain to
sneakers?
everybody what Kixpo. I know what it
Yeah,
is.
so Kickball. Yeah, so it started in oh gosh, 2007. Yeah, so I used to work with a couple of friends of mine who I made rap music with, um, and we were just always, hip hop. We've always been into sneakers, and so there was a couple of things going on. I remember we went somewhere, and there was an event in Houston that they had gone to, where like some guys had just gotten together at like a Chili's and showed off their Jordans.
Oh, nice.
And so we started talking, and I was like, man, it'd be really cool to do something like that in Dallas. We did a small version, like our version of it, with sponsors and everything. Not big sponsors, but people that were willing to help us out in Dallas. And it was super popular, got packed. The fire marshal shut us down because it was so packed. A girl passed out because it was really hot. And we did pretty good, like money wise. And so we went back to the drawing board. We were like, guys, we might have something. And then we contacted a lawyer. We formed an LLC. We put a business plan together, and from that point on, we just started building on what the sneaker streetwear show was. So it was basically a gathering of people that liked sneakers and anything that's connected to it. And so we'd have live art, we'd have raffles, we'd have competitions. We brought in skateboarding. We like all kinds of fashion designers and streetwear stuff, and it turned into like just a big gathering of it's what I would now call influencers, but also just people that liked sneakers. And then
Yeah.
Yeah.
we took the show to different places. We ended up doing it at AT&T Stadium 2 years in a row. So
Wow.
yeah, it was pretty
And that
cool.
was your event, the one that they did at AT&T Stadium.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
That's
So
cool.
how
It's
big
cool.
did it get? Like 10,000 or 5,000? I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, at one point when we did it at AT&T Stadium, it was the largest sneaker streetwear expo in the country. So,
That is cool.
yeah.
Wow. And there's a lot of money in those sneakers, huh?
Oh, yeah, especially now. I mean, it's changed a lot from what it was when we first started, but there's a lot of money in sneakers.
Mm.
Okay. Did
And
you?
that's
Yeah.
cool that you saw that, and your mind is on making you're hustling, making the money. How can I turn this into money? I think that's cool. That's badass. That's a great way to think,
Yeah.
and I think that's good. It probably has helped you out throughout your whole life just thinking that way. So that's
Hmm.
badass, dude.
That's pretty good. Uh, I
So
mean,
it's 7:57. You want to go to
okay,
the
wait a
chat?
second. Okay, I have more stuff, but
Yeah,
Nemo's got to go to
yeah,
bed about eight
yeah.
o'clock,
8 o'clock.
and we have that. But let me ask you this question: since we're on sneakers, and I've got more stuff to talk about. But
Yeah.
how many sneakers do you own?
Oh man. And also it's funny you say that because it's like I try to sell off what I'm not going to wear or that I don't want to collect, and then I
Uh,
end up buying more. And so it's like I never get rid of my collection, but I probably have somewhere between 200 to 300
Wow.
pairs of shoes
What's the
pairs
most
of
expensive
sneakers.
one you have?
Oh man, right now, the most expensive one that I've bought, or the one that's worth the most money?
They're worth the most money.
Um,
And how much is it worth?
I mean, I have. I mean, it's tough to decipher, especially with the sneakers, because the prices go up and down. I mean, I was cleaning some out because somebody wanted to buy a pair of mine, and I pulled out a pair of Tiffany Dunk Highs, which I think right now they're probably selling for like 600 or 700. I bought them for like $90.
Oh, that's cool.
What size shoe do
Um,
you wear?
I wear a size 9,
Oh
the
dang!
sample
Okay,
size. Yeah, so I get a
too
lot of
small for
samples
my
That's
too.
pretty
foot.
popular, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Let's hit the chat and let Nemo go to bed because he's sick. All right. Let's see. Hey, Luis says, "What's up, Rafael?" And then Albert, I guess he's just laughing at us. All right, Albert. Hadn't seen Albert in a while. And Alfredo, hey, what's up? Okay, there's Mart. He said he told us what SPC stands for.
Yeah,
And
specialist.
then he says, "So are you a fan of listening
You
to
have to be,
Tejano
right? I
music?
mean, I'm sure
If so,
you're a
what's
fan
your
of Tejano
favorite
music.
band?"
Well, it's funny you say that
Don't say
because
Selena. Everybody
You
says
look,
no, no,
Selena,
no,
but
no,
go ahead.
no,
you look
no.
like the guy from Frontera.
Oh,
So,
No, it's funny you say that because I honestly, when Selena died, like my aunt was the one who told us, and she was crying, but I wasn't really a fan of Selena at that age because I didn't really
right,
know her music, and my parents had come from Mexico, so they were really into like traditional regional Mexican, like
right.
Las Jilguerías or Los Tigres or
Cornelio
stuff like
Reina, yeah.
Cornelio Reina. And so I was like, oh man, what's this about? And my brothers, like, they were an influence on me, but they were teenagers, so they were really into like punk rock and
Heavy
rap and hip
metal.
hop. Yeah, and so it wasn't until like the Selena thing happened, and much later that I realized, whoa, like the Tejano world is huge.
Well, especially in the
But
'90s.
yeah, especially in the '90s, and so I mean, even now, if you had to ask me who my favorite band or artist is, dang, um, I
Stephanie,
mean,
maybe.
I
Okay.
mean, like, because there's a lot of really like cool local musicians. I mean, you can't go wrong with people like Bobby.
Yeah.
Um,
Bobby Pulido,
yeah.
you consider him local because he's from
No,
Texas,
No, no, no,
or
no, 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 no,
no.
no. I was saying there's a lot of local people, but then going on to like favorite
oh,
musicians, you can't go wrong with people like Bobby. And
Right.
then,
Or
oh
Stephanie.
man, what's his name? He does Triple X Polka. He did Botoncito. You know what I'm talking about?
No.
The
he
Triple X Polka is just accordion, but he like
kills it.
shreds it. Yeah, and I think he has a song called
Mart,
Botoncito.
Mart,
Maybe
Hey,
somebody
hey, Mark.
knows.
Maybe you know.
Oh
Okay.
man. Maybe
Uh,
Eddie something? Eddie, does that?
Gonzalez.
Oh, I think it might be Eddie Gonzalez.
yeah,
Yeah,
but Eddie Gonzalez
Botoncito.
doesn't play
Yeah,
accordion.
yeah. Sonny does.
But Sonny Sauceda plays, and he used to play with Eddie
Yeah,
Gonzalez.
I think that's it. I
Okay,
think that's it. I think
maybe
you're
I'm
right.
getting it
That's
wrong
probably
then. Yeah, maybe you're
okay.
probably
But
right.
is that
Yeah,
a solo? Is that a
the
solo?
You know what? Hey,
Botoncito,
Nemo,
whatever. Is that
can't
a solo?
remember
no,
off
no, no.
the.
I'm saying
Cause,
Triple X Polka is the one where it's all
oh,
accordion. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
so it might be
Okay.
Sonny.
All right.
Oh,
Okay.
well, good one.
I've been out of the tunnel industry for
Oh,
like
here we
20
go.
plus years. I just came back this last 2 years. Yeah, Nemo, get it.
See,
Raphael doesn't know that, so I
yeah,
just tell him. So my
it's no
mind
excuse.
doesn't
No
know all
excuse.
this other stuff. All right. Let's see. Alfredo said, "Oh, I love this one. Yeah, Cayet. Is it Cayete? Is that what it
See,
said, Nemo?
he
Yeah,
can't
Kaya.
even read Mexican.
Oh, did I say read it right? Is that how you spell
Yeah,
Cayete? All
yeah,
right,
Kaya.
Cayete,
Yeah.
Nemo. I like that one.
Thank you, Fredo.
Alfredo. Alfredo has a band name, Grupo Fijo, and he's playing in San Antonio for Fanfare. And last year I screwed up and didn't go to his thing. But now for sure, since you said Cayete Nemo, I'm definitely gonna go to see your band like that. Okay, thank you. Okay, didn't know you were a sneaker. Let's see the shoe collection, buddy. I'm not.
I
Hey,
need
you
I
know
need to
what?
show.
That's a good question.
What am I
Show
wearing?
us. Yeah, what are you wearing right now?
I'm wearing you're gonna laugh, but I'm also a big fan of Jurassic Park the movie.
Oh,
So
why
I'm
would I laugh
wearing
about that?
because I'm wearing my Jurassic Park Reeboks.
Oh, wow.
Hey,
So
wow, I
it
didn't know
was
that.
a
I didn't even
Yeah,
know that was an actual shoe.
I didn't
well
know
they
either.
do shoe companies will do collaborations with like just random either musicians or movies or like the like the Nike Air Mag, the Back to the Future shoe. They
Yeah.
did that, and
So,
so there would just be random collaborations. But this was a Jurassic Park collaboration with
Was
Reebok
that
at the
Nike? Or was
time.
that Reebok?
It was Reebok.
Okay,
so
yeah.
do you have like a lot of shoe sponsors for your event?
Yeah, I mean we've had Nike's shown us a lot of love over the years.
They throw you lots of money to
They
put on the
throw
event.
us more. They're more about experience, so they'll get behind like a Nike design your shoe booth or something. But the other thing is Nike marketing, because I'm a size 9. That's the size of all sample shoes. They would also send
Oh,
Sweet.
plenty of
Oh,
plenty of
nice.
so
samples.
Nice.
is that why your shoe collection's like 200-300?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I have some shoes that have never been released to the public too, so it's like
So where can you pick up
that's
some of
pretty
these
cool.
sample shoes at? Is there like a Nike outlet or anything?
No, you have to like someone from Nike has to get them to you.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
Thank you.
You know,
yeah.
and you know what? Since I was in the talent industry, I have a lot of music videos that some people have never seen either. So from
Nice.
record labels. So
Can we just
That's nice.
let
okay,
him? Let's just let him shine.
I'm just throwing it
Let
out
him
there. Okay,
shine. Let him
all right,
have
all
the
right, all right.
spotlight. Oh my
Okay,
God,
Mark. I said
Jesus.
maybe cut out the time for the buddy show.
Yeah, thank you. Thank
We
you.
get through all
It's all
those.
about buddy. Look at this. Look at my
Mark.
VHS. Hey,
Mark.
I'm a
Okay.
professor. I'm a
They said, okay.
teacher.
We also said Sunny with Eddie Gonzalez.
Okay, sorry
Mm,
about
Okay.
that, Botoncito.
Okay. It was X-Men. Did the
mm.
Pocolita. Then he was with Eddie Gonzalez. I
Poquita.
don't,
Yeah.
I don't know
Okay. I
I
didn't
don't know who
know.
the X-Men were.
Yeah, X-Man.
X-Man. I don't
Yeah,
know who that is.
it's like Latinx, but X-Man.
I don't
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
So, okay. My sister was
Oh,
has a Toy
nice.
Story shoe Adidas only because she can fit in the kid size. So, okay.
Yeah, that was a
All
cool
right.
shoe. That was a cool collab.
That's- Well, okay. My nephew is a collector of tennis shoes also. Okay.
It's a big industry.
Yeah. I mean, I only own two pair and then the same ones because I can. I've
Again,
got
the buddy show. Here we go.
there it
Here we
is.
go. Oh goodness.
Can you tell from
You're,
just looking at it?
you're that guy that wears those shoes, man. I always wondered about who was that
Hey,
guy.
it's yes,
I
it's
would see
New
him at
Balance.
the
It's
grocery
got to be all
stores. I would
black.
see you all over the place, man.
Yes,
I always wondered who that guy. You okay?
I
All right,
I
that's
am
good
the
to
guy
know.
that only wears New Balance shoes
That's
because
good to know.
you know what? Because you only have one pair of feet in your life, and if they don't feel good, your life sucks. So I don't care if it has to look good; it's got to feel good. So that's my opinion. All right, but I do like your kicks there. So all right,
Okay, so I'm gonna show mine because everybody's showing theirs.
yeah, let me see.
Yeah, I was gonna ask, what do you have?
What's
What do
yours?
you have?
What's yours? What's yours?
So
I think he's a Jordan guy.
Oh,
I'm,
on cloud.
I'm
Okay,
proud.
What is that?
those are you want comfort, buddy. You should
Yeah,
give those a
yeah.
try.
Not
What
those
is
ugly
that?
Frankenstein shoes you have, man.
What
Those
is
are
that?
they're
On cloud,
It's cloud
on
on cloud,
on
like
cloud.
you're on a cloud. Yeah.
like you're
Uh-huh.
walking on a cloud.
Well, someone told me New Balance are the best walking shoes.
Yeah, but those are from 1984, dude. I mean, really,
No,
those
I
New
bought
Balance.
these like last year,
Yeah,
dude.
they're from 1984, man. Because I remember seeing bums walking in the
So
street with
you're
those
telling me
shoes.
on clouds are the best walking shoes?
No, I mean, I think you have a lot of good walking shoes now. I mean, Hoka's are
Okay, so
good.
since you're the tennis shoe guy, what's the best walking shoe? I have plantar fasciitis too, so
Oh, okay. Yes. I mean, you have to take that into account. I
yeah.
like on clouds. I like Hoka's. New Balance does make some comfortable ones. I really like Brooks.
Okay, I heard of
Um,
Brooks. Someone told me to go find some Brooks shoes.
Brooks, get some Brooks Ghosts. Ultra makes some really comfortable walking shoes.
But my condition is it's got to feel good, and it has to be all black.
Yeah,
It's not
they
bad.
And
make.
New Balance is the only one that
Mhm.
does all black, black sole, black leather, black everything. Because I only wear black shirts,
Yeah.
so it's got to have black shoes.
All right, very good.
So,
Thank you very
so
much for
your
telling us
shoes
all
were
about
okay.
shoes.
All right. I wish. Wait, did we get everybody?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, Rafael, you want to plug anything?
Oh yeah, plug in your other stuff.
Yeah, I mean
Oh,
the Oak
your
Cliff Cultural
podcast.
Center, really.
Yeah.
Yeah, the OC3
Oh,
Frequencies.
you have a podcast too?
It's
Yeah.
the podcast that we do for the Oak Cliff Cultural Center. We interview artists, creatives, people that do things here in Dallas.
Matter of fact, I think the last one was a couple weeks ago, and you interviewed a comedian.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Okay. It was that
Paolo
local.
Sfiro.
It was that
He
local
is
comedian.
local comedian. We helped him. Our coordinator Andrea helped him in launching this thing called FTC Comedy, called For the City, where
Okay.
he is going to bring in national. He's already brought in national comedians, but he's also pushing for local comedians to get a lot of shine. And so that's the kind of stuff that I really get excited about being a part of. So
Have
Okay.
you heard of
Well,
yeah,
Flo Hernandez?
I was just gonna mention that.
Have you heard of Flo Hernandez?
I don't. Flo Hernandez, no.
He's a Dallas native, and
He's
you need to
a.
check out it. You need to check out our show with
I
Flo
think he
Hernandez.
had an
Oh, okay.
HBO special or
He's had a few. He has Showtime specials. He's part of
Sounds
the
familiar, but yeah.
Showtime.
yeah.
Okay.
Watch our show that we did a few weeks ago with him. Well, I think it was in December,
You
right?
know who Ralph Barbosa is, right?
Yeah, of course.
Well,
So he's
go
the
ahead.
main subject on that.
There's a lot of
Okay.
talk about that on the
It's
show
cool.
too.
It's a
So
cool. It's a great show.
I don't know if it'd be appropriate to have it at the Oak Cliff
No, I think you
Center.
should. Yeah, he's from Dallas. Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
yeah, he's from Dallas. But it
Yeah,
is.
arts and culture. It knows no bounds. I
That's
really like
true.
to push the envelope, so we like to
There
have
you
fun.
go.
Yes.
He would be one for
Well,
sure.
definitely contact Flo. Flo, I think he would be good. And,
Got it.
but watch that episode; it was awesome. Okay, but yeah, okay. So you're the OC podcast. You can find it on Spotify. It's under,
Spotify.
I think it's called Frequencies.
Mm-hmm.
Is that right?
Yes.
And
Do you
I,
have more than 2 listeners like us?
I think we have three.
right,
So
okay.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, we all start off with 2 or 3.
Yeah, but we already been this a year and something. We didn't starting off no more.
Okay.
I mean, we have
Oh,
celebrities now like Rafael now.
exactly.
We should be
Well,
getting more
guess
than
what?
two.
They have a celebrity every episode
Oh yeah,
because he hosts it. Yeah, but I think you have like 18 or 20 episodes,
that's cool.
yeah,
right?
yeah, we're at about 18.
Yeah, I think we're over 50. I think.
Yeah, we're not starting off.
Yeah, yeah, we're not starting out. And you're also founder of the Colores Radio Collective, right?
Yeah, Decolotus Collective.
Yeah. I know it's not as active as it used to be, but
Yeah, and so it was two sisters and myself, Eva Arreguin, Pat Arreguin, and then myself. And so it was really a platform. It was a podcast, it was an art show, and it was also like parties, like to
yeah,
bring the community together and provide a platform for people that don't get to have their work in art shows, or musicians that are looking for their first gig. And the podcast was really like conversations about those kinds of communities. And we recorded for some quite a few years, but then COVID happened. Y luego, stuff gets really difficult after that. Everyone gets busy. And so I do know that Eva Reguin, who was the main host and the kind of leading motivation behind starting the Colores, is looking to get back in the community and do some things. So hopefully we'll see some other stuff come from Decolores here in the near future.
I had a friend, Monica Alonso, that she did a lot there in Oak Cliff. Do you know her?
Yeah, of course I know Monica. Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah. She's always been super supportive of the
Yeah,
stuff we do here too. Yeah, so
that's cool. Yeah, she's always been big on that.
yeah.
okay. Well, I can see it in Nemo's face. He needs to go to bed.
It's bedtime.
All right. Well, thanks Raphael for being on our show, and we'd love to have you back. Hey,
No, of course, anytime. This was
if
fun.
since I'm local to Dallas,
And
I
here we
do other
go. He always tries
podcasts
to push
too.
himself on
Yeah, man,
everything.
we
And
need
some
to get
people
you
feel
on
sorry
ours.
for him, and they actually put him on.
I'm just joking.
And
All
then they
right.
show tanks, and
Okay.
then
Thank you.
so.
Okay.
But
All
okay.
right. Okay.
All right. Vaya
Thanks.
con Dios with
All
that.
All
right.
right,
Have fun.
thanks.
Thanks,
All right,
Rafael,
bye,
man.
y'all.
Okay. And
Thank
say
you.
hi to your mom for me. Okay.
I will.
And your
Okay.
dad. That's
'Cause
kind of
I'm a
creepy to
celebrity
say hi to your
to
mom.
his
That's
mom because
creepy.
I
He
was
always like,
a celebrity. I'm a little
that's just
celebrity. I
creepy
guess.
saying hi to your mom. Say hi to your sister for me. Like, come on, man.
Okay. All
Your
right.
parents.
Talk to you later. Thanks again.
All
Thank
right,
you,
bye,
Rafael.
y'all.
Bye bye.
Bye.
All right. All right. Hey, Devo, you do look a little sick.
I'm sick, dude.
All right.
I'm trying to push through this, and here it is, 8:12,
Okay.
and
Yeah.
You're killing
Hey,
me.
do you remember? I forgot who we have next week. Did I tell you? Let me see. Wait, let me look. Before, whoops, it's a, whoops, it's a home time guest. We have everybody. Let's see. Uh, man, what the heck?
Let's reach out to Vic. Let's reach out to Tanya. Let's reach out to Rick
Okay.
Acosta.
Oh,
Let's reach out to them.
she's been on our chat before. Do you remember? Chrissy E.
Oh,
Chrissy
that
E is
one
going
from
to be on our
Hawaii.
show.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, from Hawaii. I do like, she's got like a Hawaiian flavor to her Tejano, so I do like it. But so we're going to talk to her next week. And then after that, we're going to have Lisa Marie. Do you know who she is? She's
Oh no.
not a singer.
Oh, she's not Lisa Marie.
Yeah, Lisa Marie is not a singer.
Y señal? No, not the same one.
No. But she works for Tejano Nation, your number one source for Tejano news.
Oh, that's cool. That's
Yeah, so we're
badass.
gonna have Lisa Marie, and she also manages another artist that we're probably gonna have later on, but we'll talk about that
Yeah, let's
after.
talk about
But
that like
yeah,
later.
so we have okay. Let
We're
me
not
tell.
on the February 14th, right? 13. We're not. We're off that day, right?
No, February 13th is Lisa Marie.
I
It's
thought we take.
Tuesday.
I thought we're taking
Valentine's
off.
Day is the 14th.
I thought we're taking off. All right. All right.
No,
All right. All right.
no.
Okay.
And then on the 20th of February, we're gonna have Jenny B, and 27th. I'm not gonna say because I have someone that's I'm planning to be on the show, but depends on what goes on if he's
You're
going to be on
killing
the
me
show.
here. I'm trying to suppress this
Okay,
cough.
I'm sorry. Okay, but that's the next few guests. All
All
right,
right.
I'm your host for It's Tejano Time.
And I'm Nemo with Tejano USA trying to get off.
All right, and you've been watching and listening to Tejano Talk. All right, take care. Drink lots of fluids. Get sleep. Hey, you going to
Oh,
work
yeah.
tomorrow? Did you work today?
I didn't. I worked from home.
Okay. Oh, so you're going to work from home tomorrow too.
Possibility.
All right. Wow, you're working from. Oh, you normally work from home.
Goodbye.
Okay. Have fun. Bye.